the smartest sports YouTuber back with another video. And in this video, we gotta talk about the Cincinnati Bengals proving me right and beating the Baltimore Ravens when everyone said, "Oh, you're crazy, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, the Bengals aren't good, they haven't beaten any good teams." What the fuck you gotta say now? Easy money, 41-17 over the Baltimore Ravens, taking control. First place of the AFC North, like I said would happen. I said this would happen. I said the Bengals would win this game. They would be in first place in the AFC North. And I said this would be Joe Burrow's MVP statement. And it was 416 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, 113 or 15 passer rating. Just absolute destruction of the Baltimore Ravens. Absolute destruction. And people wanted to say, "Oh, Lamar Jackson's, what 5-0, 4-0 against the Cincinnati Bengals." That's because he was playing the worst run defenses in the NFL. The Bengals' run defenses in past years when they played Lamar Jackson was absolute horse shit, atrocious. The worst in the NFL. Now the Bengals had a real defense, so I knew it would be a different story. I told you about this Bengals defense. I told you what the fuck they would do this year. And I'm getting proven right every fucking day of this NFL season. Those are the facts. And if we want to talk about, oh, well, the Bengals, they're not for real. They didn't beat any good teams. What now? The Ravens, a week before, shit on the fucking Chargers, who were now crowned as a new AFC threat to win it all. Oh, this and that. And then the Ravens beat the shit out of them. So what were people saying? The Ravens are the best team in the AFC. Ravens are the best team in the AFC. Lamar for MVP. And what the fuck happened? Joe Burrow severely outplayed Lamar Jackson. The Bengals severely outplayed the Baltimore Ravens. Beat the shit out of them. And an important thing to realize, the Bengals have gone to their two biggest division rivals in Pittsburgh and in Baltimore and beat the living shit out of them. Not just beat them in close games, beat the shit out of them in two of the hardest places to play. Okay? So, first of all, that's why it's so impressive that they've gone into Pittsburgh and Baltimore and beat the living shit out of them. And should I even go on about my guy, Jamar Chase, who I tried to tell people was the best rookie receiver by far, wasn't even close, don't even mention the likes of Jalen Waddle in the same breath as Jamar Chase? Or should I just leave it, what's understood doesn't have to be explained? But no, I won't leave it at that, because you bitches need to fucking hear it. 201 yards, the new Ravens killer, the new AJ Green, better than AJ Green, the Ravens killer. He owns the Ravens, he owns the Steelers. He has about 300 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Ravens and Steelers, the two biggest division rivals. So that's how you know he shows up in big moments. And also, this is a game where people can't make the excuse, oh, Baltimore, they weren't really expecting it. They weren't looking forward to this matchup. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals caught them by surprise. No, bitch. It was 10-10 right before halftime. The Bengals go down, kick a field goal, 13-10. And then guess what happens? Opening drive. The Ravens score a touchdown, make it 17-13. And the most impressive part of this game is it was 17-13. The Bengals were down. I think most people thought, oh, there goes that. The Bengals had a good half, but they're about to fall apart. The Ravens are about to stomp on them. And what happened from there on out? 28-0 happens. The Cincinnati Bengals outscore them 28-0. This defense did a really good job on Lamar. Even though they got 5 sacks, even though some sacks were on Lamar, but they contained him well. Trey Hendrickson's a fucking beast. I told you about that signing. He already has more sacks than Carl Lawson did all of last year. So that signing's paying off. Sam Hubbard with a big game. Logan Wilson continues to have good games. Cheeto with another big game. They did let Hollywood Brown open for a deep touchdown. They were letting people wide open in zones. I didn't like that, but at the end of the day, Lamar completed less than 50% of his passes. He looked like shit compared to Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow is now a top 3 MVP candidate. You can't tell me otherwise. He has his team at 5-2, who most people expected to be dog shit, except for who? Except for me. So when I hear people on TV saying, oh, who would have expected the Bengals at the top of the AFC North this late into the season? Me, bitch. I said this. I said this would happen. I said they would be competing with the Ravens for the top spot in the AFC North. I said the Bengals would be better than the Cleveland Browns, and people thought I was fucking crazy. They thought I was biased. But now what? Easy money. I told you about this team. I said, if this offensive line, who hasn't been good, the offensive line hasn't really been that good, but if they can just be a little better than fucking trash and terrible, then the weapons we have, Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, this defense, who I said coming into the year would be a fringe top 10 defense, and they're even playing better than that. And I told you that this defense would take a big step up, and people wanted to say I was stupid, say I was a homer, say I was biased. And then you saw what happened in the preseason, and people just said, oh, it's preseason, it's preseason. Now what the fuck is it? It's week 7 already, and now we're going into week 8, and the Bengals are going to stay in the top of the AFC North, the hardest division in football, and the Cincinnati Bengals are at the top of the list. You guys are some bitches. All the haters out there, you bow down! You bow down to me! I don't say I'm the smartest sports YouTuber for nothing. If I wasn't the smartest sports YouTuber, I wouldn't say I was. But guess what? Look at all my NFL predictions. Look at all the stuff I've said about the NFL. I have been dead on pretty much everything. I said Miami was going to be trash. I said the Bengals would be better. I said the Bengals would make the playoffs. I said the Bengals would compete to win the AFC North. And people thought I was stupid of being biased. And now what the fuck's happening? What the fuck's happening? Joe Burrow is top 3 in the MVP race. If you disagree, you're just a biased piece of shit who can't accept reality. Joe Burrow just went into Baltimore and kicked the shit out of Lamar and the Ravens. Absolutely beat the shit out of them. What? Easy money. I fucking told you. Who told you? Oh, no one expected the Ravens to lose to the Bengals. I did, bitch. Because I'm the smartest sports YouTuber, bitch. First place, bitch. Easy. What? Feels good to be right. You know, it feels good to be proven right. 5-2, top of the AFC, number 1 seed in the AFC. Not the Chiefs, not the Chargers, not the Raiders, not the Titans, not the Bills. The Cincinnati Bengals are the top seed in the AFC through half the season. How does that taste, haters? How does that sound, bitch? Easy. I mean, maybe I should relax a little just because, you know, I already expected it. But, you know, it kind of pisses me off when I say what's going to happen and people just clown on me. They disagree. They say I'm biased, this and that. They say I don't know what I'm talking about. And exactly what I say will happen, it happens. So that's why, you know, I guess I'll take the high road. No, not really. Fuck you. It's an easy prediction. I called it from the start. You cannot deny my football knowledge. You can't deny my football IQ. It is what it is. Just take this L. All the haters of the Cincinnati Bengals, take this fucking L. For all the people that said the Cincinnati Bengals were about to get shit on because they haven't beaten one good team this whole year, take this fucking L. The Vikings are a pretty good team. The Steelers, if they beat the Bengals, they would have been 4-2 instead of 3-3. So miss me with the bullshit, and they just fucked the best team or the so-called best team in the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens, 41-17, and Big Dick Burrow puts his big nutsack right on Lamar's forehead and drops a deuce right on the field, bitch! But I'll get more into Joe Burrow in another video, and I think we all know what I'm talking about when I say that, because I'll just give a hint. You know, the Ravens went up against someone that you might know last week and absolutely destroyed them 34-6. Joe Burrow comes in, scores 41-17, so 41 points compared to 6 points. We'll get more into that in another video. I'm pretty sure we all know what the fuck I'm talking about. But like I said, let me just reiterate some points. This defense playing good as shit. Sam Hubbard played great. Trey Hendrickson, like he's been a fucking beast. Akeem Davis-Gaither played pretty good. He let up one pass down the seam that he should have fucking broken up. Logan Wilson continues to dominate. Jesse Bates played really good. And obviously on the offensive side, Joe Mixon played good. Jamar Chase is a fucking beast. I told you Jamar Chase was like that. Joe Burrow, top 3 MVP candidate, no doubt. No doubt about it. Halfway through the season, coming off a devastating knee injury, Joe Burrow is top 3 in the MVP race, and you can't say shit about it because you know it's facts. So, Oh yeah, and Evan Big Dick McPherson also bouncing back, hitting all the field goals he needs to, including a 50-plus yarder. So the Bengals, I told you they were coming this year. I said they were serious this year. Go look at my previous videos and go look at the comments if you want to have a good laugh, because there were some delusional haters in the comments section calling me crazy for predicting what is happening right now. So the Bengals will win the AFC North. I'll get into more stuff in another video, including Joe Burrow and a certain someone else. But I'll leave that video off there. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, keep the channel growing. If you hit the dislike button, you're just a fucking hater at this point. You see the fucking predictions. You see what I say come true, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to the NFL. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, keep the channel growing, and you just listen to the smartest sports YouTuber on the planet. That's a fact, and I'm out.